You and I, we are not alike.
Wide open again. Lord Nolan
I don't make
catches
myself
at the 40.
bleed for this life, and it's kinda nice. You just okay, but I'm kinda nice. Yeah, I said it's game time.
35, 30.
I said it's game time. Should've painted my voice this right now. Yeah, it's game time.
Slam to the field turf. Game breaker. The football pops free. Sack. Touchdown. Spartan. The middle picked off by Parker. Wide open again. Lord Nolan. They won't catch him. 20. It is caught inside the 5. It's Kirby, the hawk shooter, for a third time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, which is sponsored by Chick-fil-A, joined by Lauren Montgomery, head coach of the Bixby Spartans. And Spartans go on the road at D. Bruce Selby Stadium out there in Enid to take on the Plainsmen. And interesting, you know, as far as a facility, it's one of the old guard facilities. In fact, I know some stadiums have actually been designed off that. It's a great place to play.
Yeah, certainly. We love going out there. You know, we mentioned last week has some really good vibes. We've been in some big games out there. They've upgraded the facilities the last few years, so they've got really good facilities as far as press boxes, a home and visitor press box, and it's just a good place to play. And it was fall break. The weather was perfect, and we went out and got after it. I was proud of our kids.
Well, let's talk about your practice players of the week and shine the spotlight there. This is brought to you by Waldo's Chicken.
Yeah, a couple really good practice players of the week this week. Senior, also our player of the game, Beckham Hooper, got to go out as our practice player captain. He's a starting offensive lineman, but also takes every snap of scout team offensive guard for us. And then Gabe Blankenship. And Gabe, so glad to have him back on the roster. He's doing really good stuff, producing on Friday nights, but then also gives us a great look in practice at scout team tailback.
All right, Spartans taking on the Enid Plainsmen in district action. We'll come back and have your first half highlights.
Throw right side picked off in the flat at the 25. It's McLaughlin.
The Bixby Quarterback Club would like to thank these proud sponsors of the Bixby Football Coaches Show. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. BTC Broadband, stay connected with us. American Waste, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Nowlin Orthodontics, powered by Smile Doctors. Baker Pools, the best pool company in Tulsa. Waldo's Chicken, where it's always made from scratch. Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life one home at a time. Oklahoma Promo, products that inspire. Core Society, experience the core workout. TTCU, life is better in balance. Castle Rock Homes, your custom home is waiting. And by Explorer Pipeline.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the collab of flavors. The sweet honey, the pickled jalapeno peppers, and the creamy pimento cheese. It is a perfect bite.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go, go, go get it.
Hey Bixby! Stay connected this fall with fast fiber internet from BTC Broadband. Stream all your favorite teams with no buffering with our affordable home internet plans. Plus, our friendly local customer service team is always ready to help when you need it. Call 918-366-8000 and enjoy seamless internet in Bixby and other select areas. Go Spartans!
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
What comes to mind when you think of trash? Probably just glad somebody else handles it, right? Well, American Waste Control founder Kenny Burkett started hauling waste and recyclables in Tulsa over 50 years ago, and he is still taking the trash out today. That's not all. Kenny's company is the presenting sponsor of the annual Tulsa Christmas Parade, and he's proud to sponsor Bixby Spartan football. Come out and cheer for our Bixby Spartans with your local waste company and recycling hauler each home game.
We're back on the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show as the Spartans headed off this past week to Enid, Oklahoma to take on the Plainsmen. And going into this game, Enid had shown some good things earlier in the year.
Yeah, without a doubt. They've had a couple big wins for their program and played several guys close, had Mustang beat, and had some good players. Very talented young wide receiver that we saw make some plays the other night, and then a defense that's somewhat unorthodox that you had to prepare hard for all week.
All right, Spartans and the Plainsmen, let's take a look at your first half highlights. These are brought to us this year by American Waste Control.
And a fall break crowd, just not overly populated there, but we open up here and hit a wide receiver screen to Tyler Wright, and Tyler does a good job. Just Blake Hogshooter and all the guys there doing a good job picking up blocks down the field and doing really good stuff. And come back, we run the counter and spit the wide receiver screen out to Blake Hogshooter. He does a good job picking up the first down, making some people miss out in open field. And then we come back, you see Beckham Hooper pulling on the power play in our heavy set, and Cooper Parker goes ahead and puts it in right here. A couple of those defensive linemen trying to cut us up front, and Cooper does a good job of just being patient and working around that. Got our defense out here, and right away, Trey McLaughlin 2 weeks in a row with the pick six, taking it to the house, really setting the tone. I felt like that was a big play on the evening, and so excited about Trey really hitting stride here mid to late season. So a lot of confidence he has. Our defense is playing really well right now. Come back right here, and Bodie Carroll from his tailback position does a good job of running the counter play, bending it back. And we come back right here with a pin and pull. Cooper Parker right there, picking up big yardage. Cooper just really excelling this year as a ball carrier. Spitting the wide receiver screen out there on the edge, excellent blocking. A lot of those guys, Derek Gilson, Blake Hogshooter on the perimeter, really taking a lot of pride in what they're doing. Excuse me, Michael Gilson, Derek's the younger brother, I apologize. And then we come back here and Cooper bends it back, breaks a couple of tackles. He's so strong and elusive. Excellent touchdown right there. You're getting him into the end zone, and we get our defense back out right here. And then excellent tackle right there. I believe that was on fourth down. We're third down, get the third down stop, and then come back, and Hector Garcia from his defensive line position tackles him on about the 1 inch line. Close to being a safety, close to being a fumble, but they marked it on the 1 inch line. But nonetheless, right here, Nate Gonzalez probably played his best complete game with the interception, pick six right there. He had a couple touchdowns on the night. Nate playing both sides of the ball, playing with a lot of confidence, doing good stuff for the Spartans right now. Kirby drops back right here and scrambles around and finds Cord Nolan on the shallow route, and Cord does a good job of picking up the first down, making a couple guys miss, running hard. Cord doing great things from both linebacker and his tight end position, and then hit the run up the middle right there, and getting behind the blocking right there of Jacob Hamlin at center. Jake doing a good job for us too. Carson Kirby on the scramble. And then we hit the jet sweep right here. Nate Gonzalez getting the edge right there. And as we said, Nate probably having his best game. And then Carson on the drop back pass right here does a good job. Excellent protection. You see Broderick Schull, you see Beckham Hooper, you see all those guys doing excellent work. Hit Blake Hogshooter down here. Get us to about the 3-yard line, and then we come in with the jumbo package. We run the power play. Cooper Parker does a good job getting in the end zone right there. Get our defense back out on the field. You see Peyton Cronister back in the lineup. Cron had a little bit of elbow issue from a couple weeks ago, but is rehabbed and came back and really played well the other night. I expected him to maybe favor it a little bit and didn't at all. So Caden Penny just got his first offer from the University of Oklahoma this weekend. Did an excellent job right there from nose guard with the sack. Caden really stepping up on both sides of the ball, has extremely good capacity for a sophomore player. We get a lot of plays out of him. And then you see him right there with excellent protection from his left tackle position, and allows Carson to scramble around, and we find Blake Hogshooter down the field. Another chain mover right there. So being very efficient on the evening, and then we come back right here with pin and pull play, and you see Cord Nolan from his his tight end position, doing good stuff. The freshman, Brian Jones, or BJ Jones, as he's known. And then we come back with the GH counter right here, and Bodie Carroll doing an excellent job bouncing that, picking up some positive yards. So Bodie doing a great job from his tailback position, and then we hit Blake Hogshooter right there on the fade route, and he does a good job of getting a touchdown there in the corner of the end zone, and it takes us to a halftime score of 42-7.
Once again, first half highlights brought to you by American Waste Control. Your second half highlights coming up next.
Turns downfield 10, 5, untouched, end zone, touchdown, Spartans.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the collab of flavors. The sweet honey, the pickled jalapeno peppers, and the creamy pimento cheese. It is a perfect bite.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go get it.
What comes to mind when you think of trash? Probably just glad somebody else handles it, right? Well, American Waste Control founder Kenny Burkett started hauling waste and recyclables in Tulsa over 50 years ago, and he is still taking the trash out today. That's not all. Kenny's company is the presenting sponsor of the annual Tulsa Christmas Parade, and he's proud to sponsor Bixby Spartan football. Come out and cheer for our Bixby Spartans with your local waste company and recycling hauler each home game.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Hey Bixby! Stay connected this fall with fast fiber internet from BTC Broadband. Stream all your favorite teams with no buffering with our affordable home internet plans. Plus, our friendly local customer service team is always ready to help when you need it. Call 918-366-8000 and enjoy seamless internet in Bixby and other select areas. Go Spartans!
Back here on the Spartan Football Coaches Show, and right now the Spartans with a big lead over the Enid Plainsmen. Let's take a look at your second half highlights, and these are brought to us this year by BTC Broadband.
And you'll see right here coming out in the second half, we got our defense out on the field, and we thought it was going to be extremely important for us to come out and get a stop, kind of set the tone for the second half, and then hopefully be in a position where we could start working in some of our younger guys and rotational guys and getting some other guys some looks, and that's what we got. We got a stop right there, and then you see us right there on the counter play. That's the freshman BJ Jones doing a good job carrying the ball, and then there he is again right there with a productive run. I think he averaged about 9 yards a carry the other night, which is excellent average, and here's another good run on his part in behind Caden Penny and that big offensive line. Sam DeWoody doing really good stuff, and then we hit the flat route right there to Nate Gonzalez, and Michael Gilson doing a great job blocking down the field after he makes that catch. And those are just big plays that a lot of times people don't recognize, those wide receivers down the field blocking. And we got our defense out here, Hector Garcia doing good stuff, and Trent Castleberry and Dob Doe from their outside linebacker position, and I believe that's Dob right there getting pressure, allowing Ben Rogowski to get the interception. A big play right there to keep those guys from getting into the end zone. Then we hit the counter play right there, and there's BJ Jones, the freshman, and he just comes on and is getting a little bit better, running a little harder each and every week, and growing up. It's tough for a 14-year-old to come in and play varsity football, but he's growing up quickly and doing good stuff and making plays, so we're proud of him and the way he's growing. Then we hit the stretch play right here to Gabe Blankenship, and he does a good job, so quick, makes some guys miss. And then you see BJ Jones right there again, lowers his head. I really like that. Finishing forward is a big emphasis for us and our running backs. And then right there, once again, another good run out over the edge. You see Broderick Scholl you see Cooper Upton and some of those big nasties up front doing a good job getting good movement. Bo Bright, Matt Helton, Thane Crawford, all those guys. So really good second half, quick second half, and proud of the guys for a 56-14 win.
All right, once again, our second half stats brought to us by BTC Broadband, and our final stats from Explorer Pipeline.
Absolutely. 22 first downs to Enid on the evening. We had 426 yards of total offense, 187 of that going through the air, 239 on the ground. So a productive night running the football, and we're proud of that. 5 penalties for 41 yards. Want to continue to reduce that, but big number, 0 turnovers, and that's a number that we're proud of. I think it's first week that we've had 0 turnovers. Passing, Carson Kirby was 14 of 23 for 181 through the air. Our leading rusher, Brian Jones, B.J. Jones, had 10 carries for 87 yards. Cooper Parker had 10 for 61. Bodie Carroll had 5 for 27. Receiving, Tyler Wright, our leading receiver, with 57 yards. Blake Hogshooter, 50. Nate Gonzalez, 43. Hogshooter and Gonzalez both with TDs. Brody Scott leading from his safety position with 8 tackles. Peyton Chronister back in the lineup with 5. Brooks Dixon and Ben Puckett both had 4 tackles. Sacks, Caden Penny and Hector Garcia each had a sack from their nose guard position, and then 2 interceptions on the evening. 3 interceptions on the evening. Trey McLaughlin, Nate Gonzalez, and Ben Rogowski.
All right, your final stats, and now the Spartans, you get back home and take on a Mustang team. Let's talk about the Mustang program.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Lee Blankenship took over the program a few years ago, and he's got the entire town behind him. He does an excellent job. He's built a great coaching staff. They have a really big roster of over 100 guys, and they're big, they're physical, best offensive line maybe we've seen this season, and several defensive linemen that can flat out go. On the back end, defensively, they do some really good stuff, and we're going to have to work our tails off and have a great week of preparation so that we can match their intensity on Friday.
All right, 7 o'clock, Lee Snyder Field. That'll do it. We'll come back with your Player of the Week, sponsored by Nowlin Orthodontics.
Hey Bixby! Stay connected this fall with fast fiber internet from BTC Broadband. Stream all your favorite teams with no buffering with our affordable home internet plans. Plus, our friendly local customer service team is always ready to help when you need it. Call 918-366-8000 and enjoy seamless internet in Bixby and other select areas. Go Spartans!
What comes to mind when you think of trash? Probably just glad somebody else handles it, right? Well, American Waste Control founder Kenny Burkett started hauling waste and recyclables in Tulsa over 50 years ago, and he is still taking the trash out today. That's not all. Kenny's company is the presenting sponsor of the annual Tulsa Christmas Parade, and he's proud to sponsor Bixby Spartan football. Come out and cheer for our Bixby Spartans with your local waste company and recycling hauler each home game.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
My name is Laura Montgomery. I'm head football coach at Bixby High School. Dr. Nowlin has treated me personally with Invisalign. As a football coach, I appreciate teamwork. When you go to Dr. Nowlin's office, it's teamwork at its finest, from leadership all the way down.
Nowlin Orthodontics, transforming smiles, free consultations, and 0% financing.
We're back on the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, and it is time for our Nowlin Orthodontics Player of the Week. And it's Beckham Hooper, senior guard, who joins us on the show today. Beckham, welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's talk about your season so far. We'll get into your personal career and how you found yourself to be offensive lineman. But overall, your thoughts on the season to this point.
Yeah, so we started off kind of rough in the first game. We had, a bunch of young guys. We only had one returning starter, so it was hard to, get a groove going. But I think as the season's going, we're progressing and getting better and becoming a real unit as an offensive line.
All right, in your offensive line, you've got some tackles that are, some high-level kids, and your guards, obviously, physical, mobile. When you talk about playing guard, when did you move there to play at the guard position?
Yeah, so my freshman year of high school, I ended up playing guard because we were just short on numbers and size. And then my sophomore year, I moved back to tight end to play that for my sophomore year all the way. And then halfway through my junior year, I got moved to guard because we were just short on numbers also again. And so down this full season, I'm playing full-time guard and had to put on a lot of weight in the offseason to be able to play.
Yeah, and putting on weight, how quickly were you able to do that?
Right after season, I think I got up to about 220 just right off the bat, and then this summer it's just been a grind trying to get back up to about 230 this season.
Playing guard, what are the keys? You know, if you're talking to a kid that's playing youth, what are the things he's going to have to think about when he plays at that spot?
Yeah, I like to think about it as playing physical, because if you play physical, then no one's going to want to line up against you. You have to take the will from them to play and make it where they don't want to line up across from you.
Let's talk about your career, because you're one of those kids that has played here your entire time. So you started playing, what, was it second grade?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And every year playing in the youth system, I know it has to be a blast to get to this point and play high school.
Yeah, it feels great to be able to be, the varsity guys that you look up to as a second grader playing football, especially because my cousin, he was part of the first state championship team. So it really means a lot to be here in this position now and to be that guy you always dreamed of when you were younger.
Let's talk about your future. And, when football is past you, we got a lot of football left here. But what are your thoughts on what you want to do?
So I've had some offers to play lacrosse in college, but I'm kind of undecided on that just because the schools are so small. But if I don't play lacrosse, I'll go to the University of Oklahoma and do a business degree.
All right. Well, I know you have a bright future ahead, and we certainly thank you for stopping by. Congratulations on how you've done so far, and we look forward to seeing you the rest of the way.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Beckham Hooper, a senior guard, and our youth team of the week, brought to you by TTCU, is coming your way next.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Hey Bixby! Stay connected this fall with fast fiber internet from BTC Broadband. Stream all your favorite teams with no buffering with our affordable home internet plans. Plus, our friendly local customer service team is always ready to help when you need it. Call 918-366-8000 and enjoy seamless internet in Bixby and other select areas. Go Spartans!
What comes to mind when you think of trash? Probably just glad somebody else handles it, right? Well, American Waste Control founder Kenny Burkett started hauling waste and recyclables in Tulsa over 50 years ago, and he is still taking the trash out today. That's not all. Kenny's company is the presenting sponsor of the annual Tulsa Christmas Parade, and he's proud to sponsor Bixby Spartan football. Come out and cheer for our Bixby Spartans with your local waste company and recycling hauler each home game.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the collab of flavors. The sweet honey, the pickled jalapeno peppers, and the creamy pimento cheese. It is a perfect bite.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go get it.
We're back on the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, and it is time for our TTCU Youth Team of the Week. We head to third grade White, and Kelly Wright, head coach, back here on the show. Kelly, good to see you again, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, let's talk about your team going into third grade. Obviously, now you're playing, 11-man football all the way. You guys are rolling right now, 8-0.
Doing well. Doing really well. We have a bunch of athletes, and they're on full display every Saturday. So we're cooking right now pretty well.
How has everybody adjusted? Obviously, the record shows it, but how quickly did they adjust?
A lot of practice, right? A lot of work. Going to 2 hours every day for 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row. We've done a good job of trying to keep it simple as possible, but also introducing a lot of what the high school does as well too. So trying to start the process for them.
Well, let's talk a little bit. We'll see some highlights, talk about your offense, and talk about what they do.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, we actually do a lot of spread work. We have our tight end stuff, our normal base stuff, but we do a lot of spread. We throw it around a lot. We have a great little quarterback, got a bunch of receivers. Like I said, we're very athletic, so we have a lot of kids that can go catch it, run some great routes. We put up a lot of points this year, which is good for this age, especially for third grade. When you can put up as many points as we have, you're going to win a lot of those games.
Well, let's turn it over now and look at the defense, and I think we're pretty sure they're doing a good job. They haven't been scored against so far, so let's take a look at some of the devastation on the highlights now.
Yeah, no, we've, again, athletically speaking, when you have athletes all over the field and you can play all of those athletes, running to the ball, pursuit angles, different techniques that we're able to run with. If we give up yardage, we're usually pretty upset about that, right? And so we've done a good job this year of maintaining our disciplines of what we're supposed to do and just learning, right? I mean, that's the biggest thing, is learning how the 11-man game works. And for these little guys, it's about how big the field is and how you can cover your spaces that you're supposed to cover. So we're flying around, having a lot of fun, and the kids are starting to understand what it feels like to get to hit somebody pretty good and be excited about it. So really, really excited about the season. Looking like we're going to go into the playoffs with a full head of steam, ready to go.
All right, well, outstanding. And we won't really get into the overall, how do you enjoy coaching in Bixby Youth football question. We'll talk right now about being a dad when you've got one in youth and at the high school level, like your older son. You get about as much football during the week probably as anybody could want.
It is great. It's so fun. And we have a couple of kids that have older brothers on the varsity team. Blake Hogshooter with his little brother KK, Maverick Nance with his little brother Cooper, and then obviously Tyler with his brother Talon. And so we get to they get to come out, watch some practices, help the kids learn, and it's so fun to be able to get to have those guys out there with us and kind of show them the way and get them hyped up and practice, because practice gets hard sometimes, right? And so when you're able to have some varsity kids who are making plays at the high school level come out and show you some things, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of football, though. There is no doubt about that. And I enjoy every second of it. I love football, so I'm going to enjoy as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, best part of life. Well, thanks for being on the show. Good luck rest of the year.
Thank you.
All right, Kelly Wright, and talking some third grade White. That'll do it for our TTCU Youth Team of the Week. Now our Mabry Bank upcoming game at home against Mustang at Lee Snyder Field, 7 o'clock. We'll see you next time.
The Bixby Quarterback Club would like to thank these proud sponsors of the Bixby Football Coaches Show. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. BTC Broadband, stay connected with us. American Waste, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Nowlin Orthodontics, powered by Smile Doctors. Baker Pools, the best pool company in Tulsa. Waldo's Chicken, where it's always made from scratch. Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life one home at a time. Oklahoma Promo, products that inspire. Core Society, experience the core workout. TTCU, life is better in balance. Castle Rock Homes, your custom home is waiting. And by Explorer Pipeline,